Wherever the spirit moves, yeah.
Hi everyone, so today I'm going to try and emulate the Black Mirror episode from the most recent season. If you guys have seen that, where like the person's in the other person's conscious and you can see from their perspective. Just to give you a little perspective of my life. So my name's Saul Alvarado, I'm 19 years old. Grew up in the West LA region up until I was 12 years old. Then I moved over to Culver City, but I've never been to a school in the LA region my whole life. But I'll touch that subject later in my speech. So today I'll be telling you about my family life, my school life, and my sports life. So to start it off, I'll talk about my family life.
And why would you start off with that family life, I wonder?
To give you guys some context of who I've grown up around.
Yeah. Is that because those people who grow up around to help you?
Kind of make you who you are.
Ah, there it is. And just the guys?
No. I'll tell you guys and girls.
Are there any girls in this class?
Yeah.
Is there anybody under 18?
Okay, I'll tell you.
There we go! You got it. All right, tell me about your family, so.
Okay, so today I'll be telling you guys about my mother, my brother, and my sister. That's like my intermediate family. I'll give you a little fun fact about them. So to start off with my mother, she grew up in El Salvador. She migrated here when she was 19 or 20 years old because there was a civil war, I think in the 60s or 70s, that was really bad in El Salvador. One of the worst civil wars in Central America up until today. Yeah, it was really bad. So yeah, she moved out here to Los Angeles specifically, and then she met my dad when she was like 24. They married within a year, and yeah, that's a little bit about her. So now I'll talk about my brother. My brother, his name's Marvin. He's 5 years older than me. For some selfish reason, he got all the good genes from me. He's like 6'4", has a really good face, just really good body. His little claim to fame is Gigi Hadid slapping his butt to hype him up for a volleyball game. And moving on to my sister. My sister, she's 10 years older than me. She works at a law firm in Beverly Hills, and I kind of consider her like my second mother because whenever I can't go to my mother about like an issue or just talking about something or asking her just anything that I don't feel comfortable talking to her about, I ask my sister because we kind of have a really close relationship. And yeah, I really like that I have that with her because it's just having someone who you can always talk to, like no matter what, even if you're feeling down, you're just, yeah, whatever. So now moving on to my school life. I attended school in Malibu my whole life. To start it off, I went to Juan Cabrillo, and for some reason I couldn't get out of trouble in Juan Cabrillo. I got to the point where in 5th grade I was about to get suspended. It's kind of sad looking back on that, being in 5th grade, almost getting suspended. And eventually got out of there, and then I went to Malibu High School, which is a joint middle and high school. And it was a relatively small school. There's only about 1,000 kids in the middle and high school. So to put that into perspective, the average high school has about 1,000 kids, but just the high school, 1,000 kids or more. So that kind of gives you a perspective of how small it was. It was a really good experience and all. The only downside of it is that everyone's kind of in your business because your grade size is like about 100 kids. So if you did anything like remotely scandalous the weekend prior, like everyone in your grade will know that Monday, which is kind of a bummer. Okay, yeah, and a little fun fact about Malibu High School is that when I was there, Bella and Gigi Hadid were there too, and the British twins from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. If you guys know those British twins, I think they're in Legally Blonde as well, or a movie like that. It's called like something like that. So now I'll move on to my sports life.
Okay, when we go into the sports life, I'm going to encourage you to think about the word kinda. And let's start taking that one out as well. See how we can make that a bit more concrete in whatever we're talking about. So why don't you go ahead and we'll go into our transition. But when you go into your transition this time, don't forget that special part.
So now I'll tell you about my sports life so all of you can get a little bit more context about me.
Yeah, okay. Go. Okay, hold on. We'll give it 1 second. Hold on. And we're going.
So when I was still living in the West LA region, I played at Normandy Park. If you guys know where that is, that's kind of like in that city.
Okay, now let's go back. Say it again without the kinda.
I'm not even gonna say.
I know, it's okay.
Okay. So up until I was 12 years old, when I was living in the West LA region, I was playing sports at Normandy Park. That's over by the Mid-City area. And I always played basketball and baseball pretty much my whole life. And funny story that I have about baseball, because I quit when I was like 13 or 14 because I just didn't have the attention time span just to sit around and wait for someone to hit the ball or get struck out. So we got to the county championships, and for some reason I was playing outfield, and when you're that, I was maybe 8 years old or 9 years old. I was just playing with dandelions, just blowing at them. So I was just really young. We were playing Pan Pacific. If any of you guys know that park, they always have like a good basketball or baseball team for some reason. And we were up by when it was the last inning. They were up at bat. We had 2 outs. We just needed to strike out this last guy or just get an out. And then he hits a pop fly, and then I had the worst luck that day, and I had like my cap off too. I had like a dandelion just blowing at it, and then did a pop fly in my direction. And then like last second, I just hear everyone yelling my name, like Saul, Saul, like go look at the ball. And then last second, I take a glimpse at the ball. It just falls on my mitt and then rolls down. And then yeah, that's just the story how I messed up my park-winning county championship for baseball. It's kind of a bummer. So now, once I moved to the Culver City area, I gave up baseball because I couldn't play anymore, and then continued basketball up until my sophomore year. Then transitioned to soccer in high school because all my friends would play soccer, and I just had a fallout with my basketball coach, and I didn't have any friends on my basketball coach. They were all just kind of, I don't know, they're just not my friends. And then, yeah, our junior year, we went to CIF finals, but we lost to a team named Cathedral. They're in the downtown region, if you guys know about them. They were a really good team. Half of their team was on DMS, which is an academy club team, and the way club teams work for soccer is it goes like academy, gold, silver, bronze, and like academy is like the best type of club team. So yeah, Cathedral were just really good that season. But that season, during league, I went 8 for 8 for penalties, and I'm a goalie. So yeah, I saved 8 penalties out of 8. So yeah, that was kind of a highlight for that season. And that concludes my sports life. Now, to conclude, I hope you guys kind of got a little perspective of my life. I hope you guys did.
I hope
you all got a perspective of my life through my eyes from that Black Mirror episode. You guys have seen that. And I hope you all got to know a little bit about my family, my school, and my sports life. And thank you.